Calm your buttery nipples.
Did you just say that as the first thing when we went live?
Possibly.
Dude.
Moving my alcohol so I can type.
How tipsy are you?
Never.
Yeah.
Bam.
If a new Animal Crossing game doesn't get revealed at the same E3 where Bubsy sees a revival, I'll quit games. I'll be a books guy. Fuck it.
I'll be a
Couple days later. Couple of days later.
Couple days later.
Where do you even fucking buy books? Sucks to be him. There is never, ever good reason to cuss, ever. 4 minutes later. No fucking way.
Oh. Seagrams. Seagrams.
Are we seriously going to have to be listening to Zeke's PS4 the entire podcast?
No, I'll turn it down.
God fucking damn it, I hope not.
I'll turn it down as soon as I have the energy to reach over and do that.
That's never a your right. Do it now.
I gotta move the fucking chair out of the way. Yeah, fucking do it. Why is it so far? Why did I put it all the way over here? Why didn't I grab the remote on my way down?
We haven't started yet, for the record, people. Like, if anybody's watching, I doubt it, but you know, don't worry. It's like this isn't.
Now I gotta scoot over again. Actually, I kind of gotta piss, so I'm gonna scoot back over again. Hey, calm your titties. Calm your buttery titties. Okay? Get me calm. I have to go relieve some fluids now. This is...
Well, then go!
Okay,
Harry
later.
Potter, this is where I leave you.
We can run the podcast just fine without you. Bye.
No. He's the host. He's the host.
Sports.
Yeah, like we need the ultimate supreme leader here for this.
Yes, we do. He is the ultimate supreme leader. You know what? I'm going to go into the video to see if your avatar is actually Chiaki with a gun. Like, I'm going to go into it on my tablet to see if it's actually working correctly.
I'm going to look at it right now, and this is going to cause some major double vision here.
Let me take a look here.
Oh, yeah, it's working fine. Yep,
told
there's a
you,
Chiaki with a gun.
On the stream, Chiaki with a gun, it works. It just
Pure
fucking
Black
works.
Void, though. Yep, and she's in a void.
Waiting on Zeke. Waiting on Zeke. Waiting on Zeke. Waiting on Zeke.
Where did you find
Waiting
it?
on Zeke.
Kevin, how
I
did you
Googled-
find this without being spoiled?
I just Googled the character, edited the image search to have transparent images, scrolled down until I found that.
This. And we are still fully being tormented by Zeke singing, even if he is 50 feet away. Fuck, I think I need to put the gun in myself. And his PS4 is still running.
I can't hear it.
Are you telling me I can hear everything?
Yes. Then again, I have an AC running in my ear, so...
But still, a miracle you managed to do an image search for a character of Danganronpa without being spoiled.
I don't know.
I said that was a miracle.
Yes, it was.
Okay, guys, I got the industrial-sized flashlight.
Neat. I don't even...
Oh, for fuck's sake! I tripped over it! I said I wasn't gonna trip over it, and I did. I did it. I tripped over it. Fuck! Tape or something.
Can we just...
I gotta fix this.
Apparently, we're in some alternate universe right now where Zeke is Mikan Tsukimi or something. Ultimate Street.
Where do I keep the tape? What is life?
Yeah, Kevin, I really can't wait for you to start Danganronpa 2. You're gonna love it.
We're going to start tomorrow, if I remember correctly, so it's going to be fun.
Be right back. I'm getting tape.
Oh, if only we could.
Ow, ow, ow.
Now who's wasting people's time, Zeke? LockeMuhe. Nice. Wait, you're able to mute him?
And that's a good question. I mean, I managed to mute him earlier, but then he unmuted himself.
I can't unmute him. How did you mute him?
Upper right corner on his icon and the last option, mute. I think he forcefully unmuted himself from us or something.
Yeah, I can't unmute him. How are you able to do that?
Oh, unmute him? I don't know.
Well, unmute him.
I can't.
Did he mute himself? Yes, he did. Well, it said Locke muted Zeke Freak. I'm assuming.
Well, when he gets back, he can fix that.
I guess. Fucking, I don't know.
If not, we'll have to restart the stream all over again.
And we will have to blame you. Technical difficulties, please fuck off.
And die.
Nope, just fuck off.
Well, this is Danganronpa. You have to die when you fuck off.
No. Just fuck off. Just no. I still can't believe I managed to find a Chinese bootleg of a Winnie the Pooh special where on the back it says it's rated R. I'm not even kidding. Winnie the Pooh, A Very Merry Pooh Year, rated R for sustained sequence of graphic war violence. You there?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how the hell do I unmute this bastard?
I don't know. Let's wait until Zeke comes back and he'll figure it the fuck out.
The silencer was too strong.
I can't unmute this son of a bitch. Whatever.
Yeah, the upper right corner of his icon with the down arrow. Click on that and you should see a mute icon.
Yeah, I'm trying to click it. It does not want to. Nope.
but it does not want me to unmute him. So
Lock,
that means there's
fuck
something
you,
wrong
bud.
on him.
Zeke, if you're hearing us, Lock muted you and we can't unmute you. I'm sorry. You may have to exit the stream and come back in. If you're unable to unmute yourself, which don't know why you wouldn't be able to unmute yourself, but okay.
You
Whatever.
can hear him, right?
No, I can't hear him.
Oh, he's muted too?
Yeah, he's still muted.
Ooh. I can't believe it. I killed Zeke.
Well,
Wait.
time for the punishment. Locke has been voted the blackened.
No! Wait, aren't you going to do Monokuma voice on that one?
It's time to find out who's the blackened. It's Locke. Locke is the blackened. Fuck you. Locke's punishment: forceful dill death. Jan, hush.
You can't say something like that and then tell me to hush.
I can't do hush.
That kind of brings me a question. Let me go check the video again. Let me see if it was on his end. Yeah, he must be really AFK because he hadn't spoken once. So let's see. We're live. The show hasn't started yet. Our host is dead. What do we do?
This is pissing me off.
Wait,
It's like, hey, at the very least, you're not pissed off anymore.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Oh wait, Zeke's back here? Hey Zeke, unmute yourself here. I can't unmute you.
How do you know Zeke's back?
Oh, no. Oh. Well, that's how it works on Hangout. Apparently I clicked him and it just focused on him. So, nope. Yeah, I don't know how this fucking site works. I'm telling you, Google is being a shit to me all day.
Jesus, titty fucking Christ! That took forever to fix.
I don't even know how Locke did that.
What?
Like, Locke, like it said Locke muted you.
I think she did.
Yeah, I did.
I don't even know how she did that. I couldn't unmute you, and neither could she.
Yeah, that's because it's my will that allows these things to happen.
All right, well, let's start.
I'm sweaty as fuck now. I'll take a shower.
Zeke.
Zeke?
Well, maybe you should have broken my shit. You did this. Trying to sabotage me. Ooh. Yeah, for some reason all these power strips just went dead. How are you guys?
I want to start the fucking podcast.
Same.
Okay.
I can't talk about Danganronpa spoilers since we haven't done the spoiler warning yet.
It's like, ooh, it's got to cool down. I sweated a lot fixing that. That was a long and complicated process involving several industrial-sized flashlights, some weird blue tape, I think like painter's tape. I gotta get stronger tape. Some power strips, and the sweat and dedication of a very frustrated man. That's me. I'm Zeke. Oh yes, that'll do nicely. Thank you. Hold on, let me just fix this up. And I'll be right with you, fine gents. And suddenly this alcohol tastes terrible. Might be that antacid I took. Did I turn down? Can you hear that?
I don't care.
I'm seriously asking.
I don't even know what it was I was supposed to be hearing.
Oh.
We don't care.
In that case, I guess that means it's fine. All right. Let's start.
Okay, fine. God.
Wait, I gotta think of an in word. Got it.
Naigi.
That's not an in. No.
No, in
Nagito.
something like inverted. Not N, in.
Oh,
Something that begins with IN or EN.
No, I think they've all been iron so far.
Enoshima.
No. All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Everybody quiet?
Ew, I have a hair in my mouth. Ew. All right. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Hello there, and welcome to the Baka Gaijin show, featuring your lovable rascal of a host, Zeke Freak, and with me, as always, my
You can do it.
my
Go on.
my inebriated co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
You're the inebriated one here.
You've already done that before, and also, hi.
My intrepid co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
Hello.
He's going to find out what's going down. And with us today, special guest, Locke.
Yo.
Yo. It's been so long, all the ice in my drink is melted. Welcome to the
Whose fault
show.
is that?
I don't know. Summers. Anyway,
Like, congratulations. We've just had a 30-minute pre-show of you doing fucking nothing.
you could have heard a lot of grunts and groans if you didn't fucking mute me while I was trying to fix important equipment.
Still trying to figure out how we did that.
Fix important equipment, I was.
I killed Zeke. That's what happened.
Yes, but I've returned to you at the coming of the tide, of the turning of the coming.
Yeah,
Turning
my
of the
voice can
coming
raise the
tide.
dead. So that is how Zeke is able to become alive again.
Exactly. That's the canon explanation. Anyway, welcome to the show. What has everyone been up to lately?
For me, well, as you're probably aware, Zeke, I've been enjoying Danganronpa via Let's Play, which is why we're here.
What? No. What? No. Really?
But
Fuck, man.
aside from that,
Yeah.
been watching Eromanga Sensei, which has been enjoyable, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been watching I've also been kind of in a Mobile Suit Gundam mood lately.
Mm-hmm.
Partially because Gundam is just good, also because I got the original movie trilogy on Blu-ray recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been going through that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking I might just use it as an excuse to just kind of go through the entire Universal Century timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Which will probably consist of me just blind buying the Blu-rays and just,
Mm-hmm.
binging the shit out of those.
Mm-hmm. And how does that make you feel?
I am Gundam.
No, you're Owie.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I get it.
Right. And Locke, what have you been up to lately?
I'm playing Danganronpa and enjoying that too.
What? Inconceivable!
I know, right?
Exactly.
What are the odds? All three of us have been watching Danganronpa at the same time.
Watch it! I've been
I don't
playing
fucking care.
it!
Playing, watching, out fucking.
I've been living it.
We'll
Okay.
get to this. We'll get to the Secret Orchard backstories of how that happened later. But as for other things, well, having a life,
Mhm.
and that's been pretty much it.
Living? Got it.
Yeah,
A fascinating tale.
I mean nobody cares, so why not just skip it?
I care. I care how you feel. Sometimes.
You know, it's weird. Weird thing about like Eromanga Sensei, real quick.
Uh-huh.
There are so many people who are like, "No, why are you watching Eromanga Sensei? It's a fucking Moe Emoto show, and it's got degenerate and all that shit." And it's like, bitch, that's why I'm watching it.
But there's not enough arrow.
There's also not enough manga.
I think it's got plenty of that, actually.
Yeah.
There's so many people. It's like it's pushing the boundaries of taste, and I'm like, since when have I cared? Since when has anybody really cared?
Also, I can't think of
Good taste is a myth.
Also, I'm finding
Well, unless you like Celeste.
pushing the boundaries of taste doesn't sound like an intelligent thought.
Yeah, it basically says I only watch stuff that adheres strictly to my own personal strict moral standards, and anybody else who doesn't is a degenerate. It's just, come on, really?
I mean, you don't push.
It's like what you. It's like what kind of prude are you? So you one slip nipple, and it's like it's the apocalypse.
It's like
Come on,
you can't push boundaries without offending somebody's tastes.
thank you.
You're welcome.
But still, it's like. Ugh.
$1.95.
It's frustrating because a lot of people are like, "No, why are you watching this shit?" And I'm like, because I enjoy it. Why the fuck else would I be watching it? Why do you enjoy it? Why do you care?
Nah. There are bubbles in my glass.
All right, well, that's about it from me.
Right, I'm gonna post a link in the Discord. I forgot to do that.
You dumb fuck. Should have done that before we started.
Cast
Motherfucker.
on right.
No, send the link
Now.
on Discord. Like, pay attention.
Oh. What?
Biggity booyah!
Ah, good. You put the spoiler warning there. Well, we'll get to that in a bit.
Oh yeah, think we should do a spoiler warning before we start?
No,
I
let's
would,
just.
but I'm just really confused why your retweet says translate from Indonesian.
Does that for everything.
I know. What's with all the Indonesians? They're ruining all my fun.
No, I say what is we do it proper, just ease it in there, and then eventually we just do the spoiler warning after we do the introductions of what the hell a Danganronpa is.
I'm not gonna explain that. That sounds like work. Anyway.
So let's get right into it.
All right, we're at Ryan. So
Okay, spoiler warnings.
Okay, so if you might know, if you follow this channel, we've been doing Baka Gaijin.
You cut out.
We just finished recording that yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is basically Kevin's opportunity to present us with his overall and final thoughts, which is a bit weird because you're not going. It's a bit weird because you're going to see his final thoughts now and see his continuous reactions over the next 2 months. So that's
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amusing.
Yeah. So he's going to be like, this is a thing, and you're going to be like, ha! But you said earlier it wasn't a thing. I'm like, oh, well.
Well, about that.
That's continuity for you. Yeah.
Character development.
So, no, it's like backwards character development from their perspective.
Character regression.
But from my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Then you are lost!
All right. So yes, general spoiler warning for Danganronpa 1 and potentially Danganronpa 0 if I get into that. So
You
just
probably
beware.
will.
Yeah, just be aware of that.
So yeah, amazingly, I have remained largely unspoiled on Danganronpa.
You blessed soul.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh,
With
shut
how
up! You
much-
bring it on yourself.
With how seriously, with how much I am on the internet, I'm amazed I don't know fucking everything about Danganronpa anything.
Yeah.
But no, going in, all I really knew was that Tagami survives the first game, and there was something about Junko being an evil character or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's basically all I knew going in.
Right.
Not a whole lot in regards to like major spoilers.
Yeah.
It's basically all I knew, and I was pretty much set from there.
Yeah.
So basically what we did was that we started Novelty Hour as playing Rewrite, and
Cupra.
yeah, Cupra.
Cupra. Fresh Parisian sandwiches.
Watch, Cupra makes a return in Danganronpa Let's Play, okay? Cupra makes a return. It's got crossover appeal. But you know, we kind of figured Rewrite is a 100+ hour game. It has a ton of padding.
Yeah.
And it's going to take us a while to get to anything really, meaty in that game.
Yeah.
So we kind of figured we'd take a break from that for a while and start with Danganronpa, which is a series which is much easier to get through, suffice to say. And of course, it has been a fantastic experience. Of course, as Zeke mentioned, we finished the first game yesterday, and boy, fucking howdy, that was a ride.
Yeah.
Some interesting plot developments. We'll get into that later, but
So.
at the very least, I'm glad that I picked a character that didn't die as my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee
Pick
that.
related.
I can't always guarantee that be the case. DR1 has a abnormally high number of survivors.
Yeah, just watch. Next game, I'm going to be like, I'm feeling good. I'm going to pick this character. Case 5. No!
Yeah. So, right, I can't think very clearly right now.
Maybe you shouldn't have.
Well, hey, you drank before the show.
I wanted to get soda, but you're like, no, don't go to the store. That's gonna take time.
We never said that.
The voices in my head did. And they sound suspiciously like you.
You need to see a doctor.
Which one? You or me?
I
I was expecting this to be a structured podcast, but nope. Apparently, we got Zeke drunk, and me and Block are like, well, what do we do?
structure your own fucking podcast, okay?
Disclaimer.
No, I
Apparently,
can't. I rely on you to do that.
disclaimer. I apparently drove Zeke to drink. So any drunkenness is my fault. Apparently.
That's the thing, Kevin. It's a subversion of expectations. No, you're in the captain's chair.
No, I'm not.
You're in the captain's chair.
What if I don't want to be?
Well, you have to be. And that's
No,
how
I
we
don't.
describe. That's how we describe the plot of 2009 Star Trek.
I mean, that's not incorrect.
These flies need to stay the hell away from my hard soda.
Oh my! But wait, Zeke, you gotta save that for the Danganronpa 2 podcast.
No,
You can't have soda hard this early.
No.
Is that a joke?
No.
There is a character named Soda.
Oh, well,
That is
yeah.
hilarious, and I love it.
Yeah, fucking Pepsi, man.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi, man. Remember when John Tron complained there was no music in Pepsi Man, but he just had a copy that had broken music?
Whoops.
And everyone's like, but the best part of the game is the music! Pepsi
Whoopsie.
Man music. The official Pepsi Man soundtrack. Get it now on Google Play. Or as we call it in the biz.
It went platinum.
Get it now on Google Play. Or as we call it in the biz, gay.
It's good. It's a good one.
It is pretty good. So yeah, I don't know how you guys want to approach this.
Come on, Zeke.
But I'm too busy having heartburn to think of things.
So let's see.
Please,
How about
please don't make this the shortest podcast we've ever had.
That's not true. George isn't even here.
Come on, man. That's not cool.
It's not cool, but it's entirely accurate, and he knows it. Anyway.
Well, let's just explain how
Anyway,
Kevin got into Danganronpa.
Okay, yeah. You go. You do think you say words into voice.
No, I'm just telling Jen to shut up.
That's what I like about you, Kevin, is that you know when to tell your sister to shut up.
Okay, so basically, pretty much, when these guys were out doing the, when Zeke was uploading like the first 5 or so, when he had like 5 episodes up of his novelty hour.
Oh shit! I gotta put another one up. I'm doing that right now.
Okay, I'll watch it after the podcast. Anyways.
Yeah, that's how that works. Go on.
Yeah, when he was like 5 episodes in on uploading that, I went ahead and watched it to see if it'd be any good for me. I got interested in it, then I got really hooked, then eventually I went ahead and bought PS4 and bought Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reload, and I've already went ahead and pre-ordered those for the Spare Girls, and I've already pre-ordered the limited edition Danganronpa V3, so I can say I am like really hooked.
Yeah, but you're also neglecting the fact that you got spoiled on half the plot of the series due to just watching porn, like reading porn.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
Also, it's the first time I can say our show has successfully caused someone to spend $600. So, I mean, it's influence.
Yeah, I've also
got the other side. You've never made anyone buy anything.
Yeah, I've already bought a Makoto Naegi plushie and some keychains.
Uh-huh.
Can you help me find a decent like Aoi plushie or something? Because I will totally buy that.
I don't think those have been made. Like I would like to. I would like to have a decent Nagito Komaito plushie, but yeah, those are like not to my standards or hard to
Dare
find.
they neglect my favorite character?
How dare!
Kind of reminds me about how for like 10 years we've had nothing but Gurren Lagann, Nia and Yoko figures, and only now have we gotten a Kamina figure.
Only now, huh?
I guess they know their audience, but I mean, you know.
But yeah, so not only apparently Zeke has not only managed to get Kevin in Danganronpa, myself in the Danganronpa, but apparently like at least 4 other people into it.
Yeah, weird how that worked.
Yeah, with Danganronpa, like I was interested. It went like this. Okay. Not terribly interested. After the first case, it's like, okay, this has appeal. Mm-hmm. After like case 2 or something, it's like, okay, I can see where this is going. Case 3 fucking sucked. We'll get into that because Zeke has strong opinions on why. Yeah. But yeah, like things just kept improving and improving over time with this game series. It was fun. It was interesting.
Yeah. Fun fact though, if you ask,
and by the time the credits rolled, I'm like, yeah, Despair. It's like, yeah, Danganronpa 2. Let's go.
Yeah. If 2013 me probably would not like 2017 me regarding Danganronpa. Basically back in 2013 when it got big on Tumblr, I got so sick of seeing it everywhere. I just didn't want to do anything with it.
2013, wasn't that the year the anime came out?
Yes.
Yes, but it was like right.
That makes sense.
We call it the year of secondaries.
Yeah, but actually it was like right before the anime started that I saw it pick up steam on Tumblr. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't want any part of it, man.
Yeah, Tumblr has that effect of making you not want to fucking check shit out because the fandom is so goddamn terrible. Like main reason I never.
Oh, also,
main reason
the correct avatar is showing on the stream.
I know we noticed while you were gone.
We figured that out. Yeah.
Well, fuck you then. I don't care. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore.
But we where was I? Oh yeah. The main reason I didn't check out Steven Universe for the longest time is because, you know, Steven Universe fan base. And then I checked Steven Universe out, and it turns out it just wasn't my thing. Go figure.
Yeah. Sometimes shit really is shit.
I'm not gonna call it shit, but I'm not terribly.
I'll call
I'm
it
not-
shit. It's garbage. Steven Universe, you suck.
Like
I'm
I'm
not
not
suck a
You know,
dick. Suck
I'm
12
not
dicks
terribly-
at once.
I'm
I'm
with
not-
Zeke here.
It's like, here's the thing. I'm not going to call it terrible, but I'm also not terribly interested in the dramatic character arc of Steven and his kitty cat ice cream. I
I'm
know that's
calling you out, Sugar. You suck.
I'm sorry. Like everyone tells me the first season, it's like you need to get past the first season, and I'm like, that's the same thing everyone tells me for all the other shows that never get any better. It's like people tell me that shit for people tell me that shit for Walking Dead. People tell me that shit for fucking Once Upon a Time, and I'm like, it never gets any better.
No,
It
I'm
really
thinking the other. No, I'm of the other opinion of Walking Dead. I think season 1's good, and you have to sit through season 2, which is status quo the show.
Ooh, that's quite the opinion there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into the kind of zombies Walking Dead has, or something. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Personal taste. But
My personal taste is filled with very rooty orange at the moment.
yeah, with Danganronpa, I was amazingly not spoiled with it at all, so I was able to go in more or less fresh-minded.
But yeah, pretty
And
much.
it has been a boon for me.
Yeah,
Boon for me.
I mean, some time. Yeah, time to heal wounds and all that. Get used to it. And I think the biggest contribution factor for me, from getting overly tired to I don't want to do anything with Danganronpa to loving Danganronpa is Zeke here.
Yes, I am awesome. I know this.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, basically, you got to have a good friend, a great friend to introduce it to you, and not have something invaded by Tumblr fandoms that are just
Yeah.
cancer.
Well, that's what I'm looking forward to the most with you guys getting into it is one day having non-retards to talk about Danganronpa with. One day.
Once I
Hey,
watched
all
Danganronpa
other
3,
fans out there, I hate all of you. Not just a few of you, not just select groups, not just fucking Valwin over there, fucking touching little girls and going to Puerto Rican prison. No, not him. Not specific group. All of you. I hate all of you. You all suck. You've ruined everything for me. It's a miracle I still like this shit. Fuck off.
Zeke has very strong opinions, especially when he's drunk.
Fuck off, all of you. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. I hate you, but I also love you and need.
Fuck all of you. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, after you're once I kill you.
Anyway,
the blackened.
so I got into Danganronpa basically when it came out.
Yeah, weren't you on
like-
the Something Awful forums?
Yeah, I was on the Something Awful forums when a user named Arenion, something like that. He was doing a play-by-post translation of the game very slowly, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It was relatively small and unknown at the time, and it was really interesting because you'd have half the people theorizing about shit, and you'd have the other half of the people who either knew Japanese or knew someone who knew Japanese or some shit like that, posting quote-unquote theories that were actually just spoilers.
Oh my god!
The biggest one was the Junko twin switch, which everyone dismissed as, oh, that's stupid and ridiculous. That'll never happen. And
Guess fucking what, assholes!
it got so bad that people were bragging about how right they were about their quote unquote theories. They literally banned all when he was translating DR2. They literally banned all discussion of Junko, like all of it. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. So like at the time you had like the Something Awful group who were retarded but not as retarded, and then you had the Tumblr fandom that was emerging that everyone fucking hated at the time because it was nothing but like really edgy shitty role players.
Oh my. So just Tumblr. That's literally just like 40% of
headcanoning.
Tumblr.
People fucking with the fucking stupid SJW headcanons and bullshit. That same shit goes on today. It's happening right now.
Makoto Naegi is a gay trans boy.
No,
Something like that.
or they have Hajime Hinata as black.
Oh my fucking god.
Not the blackened, just black.
I want to shoot a bunch of people and then maybe myself if I feel like it. Anyway,
And
so
didn't you say they ended up like getting all up in arms about Chihiro and his?
oh my
subplot?
fucking god, I hated the Chihiro discourse, and I'm so glad that it almost never gets brought up anymore.
Yeah, because everyone was like, "Yeah, that was stupid."
No, because it's been 7 years and nobody gives a shit anymore. Like it's fucking okay. So Chihiro's a dude. We all know this. What Tumblr didn't understand is that he's not a transsexual. He's just a cross-dresser. And
He literally dressed as a girl to,
avoid bullying, really. And what people don't get is that his whole character is a commentary on the strict gender rules in Japan and what's expected of people. He's not like a secret transsexual. His entire motivation was to be someone strong enough that they could be recognized as a boy. So, like, sure, if you want to ignore all that, he's a fucking trainee, whatever. Anyway, that's just tough.
But
it got so bad. It got so bad that an actual Japanese trans woman came on Tumblr with this really well thought out dissertation on Chihiro and what issue he actually represents and what the intentions of Kadaka and company were, and et cetera, et cetera. And she was bullied and harassed so much that she fucking deleted her Tumblr and left the internet forever. I'm just like,
fucking kidding me. Oh my god.
Tumblr just is
you
like
have
paying
an
for them.
actual fucking trans woman living in Japan telling you what's what, and you're just gonna fucking harass this person who is of a group you claim to care so fucking much about off your shitty fucking website for garbage role players. I don't have anything against role players. Everyone hated them, but that was the atmosphere at the time.
You don't hate role players, just these role players.
Yeah, I don't hate play-by-play post Danganronpa role players, even though that's not really a thing anymore for whatever reason. But I don't hate that. I'm just saying it got so out of hand, and these were the kind of obnoxious SJW types that were doing this shit that was just the atmosphere at the time.
Now you know why I avoided Danganronpa back in 2013? That shit right there.
Exactly. And something else happened in 2013. The rise of the secondary.
Oh, yes, because the anime came out.
Oh, God. And it's still fucking happening. It's still fucking happening with
Do I have to play Danganronpa 2 to watch Danganronpa 3?
There's a fucking 3 in it!
Not playing Danganronpa 2 at all! What the fuck is wrong with you?
I love how upset you get over it.
We have a fucking sticky now. Like the ultimate fucking series guide, which is now out of date. Of course it is. Because the mods went out at the fucking sidebar. Because the subreddit is garbage. But anyway. There's literally like, this is why you need to see this. Here, if you don't want to play the fucking thing, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't want to or you can't because you're a fucking poor fag or you live in fucking Venezuela where they fucking ban this shit for some reason, then you can like we have like a list of like, here's a let's play with English dub, no commentary, or English dub with commentary. Shout out to Nico B. He's one of the good ones. Japanese dub, Japanese track. It's not really a dub. Japanese track commentary, Japanese track no commentary. We have all these fucking links. Like, I want to sit through a let's play. I'm like, you cared enough about this stupid fucking series to watch the anime and watch the other anime and then go back and complain about how nothing made sense. But you're not willing to sit through. Like, you're willing to sit on your ass and watch an anime, but you're not willing to sit on your ass and watch a let's play. I'm just. Did you care in the first place? Why are you here?
Yeah, that's like, I don't like judging people's level of commitment, but that is definitely a commitment issue.
It's so fucking stupid. Stop. Like, either you give a shit, either you give enough a shit to watch it, or you don't. And if so, get the fuck out of here. We don't need you and your half-hearted bullshit.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Anyway, so the rise of the secondary, which of course increased the amount of Tumblrites, which is always a pleasure.
It's like, look, here's the thing. Danganronpa is not JoJo. You can't just start from any part and be fine with a self-contained story. Danganronpa has a story arc.
Yeah.
Like
You can't
I've only
even do
played the
V3.
first. I've only played the first game, and I know there's a fucking story arc.
Yeah.
So if you want to understand it, you have to go in fucking order. You can't just go 1, 3. What the fuck?
Yeah. And just as a warning to people, because a lot, I think, brought it up. No, do not jump on with V3. Do not.
Don't people say it's like, oh, V3 is a great jumping on point? It's really
It's not. Please don't. Like it. Even if it's not a direct continuation, it's like it requires a level of knowledge of Danganronpa that you need to build up from Hope's Peak arc. So please do not jump in thinking that that's an okay thing to do. Regardless of what NASA tells you, fuck them. They know they're wrong. They know they're trolling everyone.
They just want sales.
Yeah, I know. You money-grubbing motherfuckers.
But that's understandable.
You fucking Bryce Papenbrook dick suckers. Enough with you.
At the same time, though, like, here's the thing. Bryce Papenbrook... what the fuck?
Shout out to Bryce.
Bryce Papenbrook. You're a good actor, and we personally like you.
I like you.
But a lot of people don't for some reason, and I don't fucking get that.
I don't know why.
You're a good Naegi. You're a really good Naegi.
Yeah.
I really have never understood the hate that Bryce Papenbrook gets. It's like, yeah, he's Kirito. Yeah, he's Eren Yeager. Yeah, he's Makoto. Look, that's his niche.
Yeah.
He does boyish, young characters.
He's going through that same thing that JYB went through, and that's hilarious to me because JYB voices the protagonist of the second game. But he's going through the same thing JYB did in like 2007, 2008, where it's like, oh my god, this guy's in everything, and that automatically means he sucks.
Look, just if they're in everything, that means they're doing something right.
Yeah, well, the people are like,
it's like, why do you think
I recognize him from things and it's distracting? I'm like, get over it.
Why do you think Vic Mignogna was cast like crazy in the early 2000s? It's because he's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he's good. It's because people like him. It's because he knows what he's doing. Why do you think Johnny Young Bosch was cast so much? He's good. People like him. He knows what he's doing. Why do people cast Bryce Papenbrook? Same fucking thing.
Oh, and I get so fucking pissed when people are like, oh, he only gets jobs because of his family. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's disrespectful because, you know what? His dad's fucking dead. Shut up. It's like, fucking God. Like, that's
That guy lost his father at 20. Fuck off with this fucking nepotism bullshit.
I didn't even know that.
I'm sure it helped. I'm sure he got his foot in the door. But he was an actor before that.
Yeah,
and he gets roles now because he's good at it. He's more well known than his dad ever was. So you know what? Fuck off. That makes no sense.
And you know what? He should be proud of the work that he's doing. And he shouldn't have to deal with all this fucking nonsense of, oh, he's popular, therefore he's... No. He's popular because he's good, and you can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay, have you two let it all out now?
Yes.
Bryce, I love you. My hotel room's on the 3rd floor. I'm in Rickmore.
We only say we don't want Bryce Papenbrook. Like, Zeke only says he doesn't want Bryce Papenbrook in the games is because everyone will complain about it. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
But no, everyone has to fucking complain because
I'm just upset. Okay. So if you don't know, the E3 dub trailer came out. I've gotten at least 2 right so far, which I'm happy about.
He has sent me his cast.
Yeah, I'm like 95% sure Jameson Price and Sarah Williams are voicing who they said they're voicing. So, I'm feeling pretty confident that I got at least 2 of them right so far. But God, that's Rudy. Everyone's freaking out because they think they hear Bryce Papenbrook as Kokichi Oma, and I'm just like, first of all, I don't. It could be him. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But I actually think it's Max Middleman, and nobody says that because nobody knows who Max Middleman is, even though he's been in a lot of things lately.
Why wouldn't they know who Max Middleman is? He's fucking Saitama.
That's what I'm saying. But I thought Ben Diskin was Saitama.
No.
Who was Ben Diskin?
Number 1.
Well, I know that. I know that much.
I didn't even know Ben Diskin was in One Punch Man. Let me.
Anyway, point. Max Middleman sounds very similar to Bryce. So I actually think that it might be Max Middleman. It might not be, but that's what I think. But anyway, I just hate this conclusion jumping, and I hate this fucking bandwagoning, and I hate this fucking Kekichi nonsense. I'm like, shut up. Yeah.
Okay, in One Punch Man, he plays a couple of minor characters. Ben
I
Diskin.
knew it. He's in that dub. That means he's the
Barely.
star. He's the star of that dub, really.
He's what makes that dub work.
I know.
He's the glue that holds it together.
Ben Diskin makes everything work. He's got that magic sauce.
Please do not talk about Ben Diskin's sauce.
Ben Diskin, I love you. My hotel room's on the 4th floor.
You just moved up another floor.
I got 2 rooms so they wouldn't know I'm 2-timing them.
Ugh. But,
this drink sucks, but I'm drinking it.
So yeah, let's talk about some of the characters.
Okay,
Yeah, let's actually talk Danganronpa for once.
Shut up! We were doing exactly that.
Yeah, we were. Let's talk about the characters here. Let me see.
Spin and spin the wheel it goes. Where it'll stop, Kevin might know in a second. Just give him a minute.
Yeah, hell, let's start with Makoto.
Okay.
So
The Manegi.
people don't like. If I'm right, didn't people not like Makoto for a while?
I wasn't really too partial with him at first. He grew on me eventually.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, here's the. I think he was actually better liked at the time. I think now that we've had better protagonists, people don't like him as much, because he was very clearly designed as an audience surrogate, and he has a really hard. Even later on, he has a hard time breaking out of that.
Yeah, I will give him this. Like, he is definitely a more passive protagonist.
Mhm.
Like, stuff happens around him, and he's more or less reacting to it.
You know.
You mean by reacting, you mean screaming?
No, like reacting to it. Well, I mean, he does do a lot of screaming. Let's not beat around the bush there.
Yeah.
But like, he's an audience. He's more of a passive protagonist because he's basically reacting to everything. And everything he does is a reaction to something happening in the plot or with certain characters.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of his motivations are, I have to do this or else blank.
Yeah.
Which, makes sense. In the end, he's kind of the direct opposition to the mastermind, Junko.
Oh, come on. Yeah, thank you. I was like, dude, you don't need to call her the mastermind. We know now.
Yeah, he's the direct opposition to Junko, who's supposed to be the ultimate despair, and even in the game, he's referred to as the ultimate hope, unless you look at his fucking data card, in which case he's the ultimate despair. Fucking whoops, and I say.
I can't fucking.
Actually, no, that was intentional.
It was not intentional. Shut up.
It was not intentional.
I love that. I think there was a Reddit post forever ago. I was like, is this foreshadowing? I'm like,
No.
maybe.
Maybe.
It might be. Answer, no.
Well, let's see.
Probably not.
He did
Is it foreshadowing? No. Is it incompetence? Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was funny.
We'll never know. Maybe he's the ultimate hope and despair, the hope pair.
Or the
Please never say that again.
Or the dope.
The ultimate dope. There we go. Makoto Naegi, the ultimate dope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
No, that's wrong.
Nagi's hard to talk about a lot without discussing later installments, so I kind of won't. But
All right.
for this game in particular, I do find it really interesting. People meme that he's the heroine and Kitty is the actual hero of the game, which isn't actually inaccurate, really.
Kyoko's sort of like, I don't know. Like Kyoko does do a lot, but
Okay, let's segue on to Kyoko now.
she does. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's talk about Kyoko because
Sure,
she's
why not?
ultimately the character that has the most relation to Makoto. So,
Yeah.
And cute.
Did you say,
Again, so it's
and, did
Nike.
you say and cute or thank you?
And cute.
she's cute. Yeah.
I was preferring the second option. I just wanted to be thanked for something.
There's another particularly cute female character, hint, hint, that I want to talk about later, but we'll save her for later.
Yeah.
Kyoko's really fascinating character. One of the few characters who has, in fact, I think she's really the only character that has a full character arc.
I guess. You could.
I mean,
I
you could argue a couple of the others do, but hers has the most relevance to the main plot.
Yeah.
Mostly because her dad's the headmaster.
Yeah.
And
Which is-
honestly,
which
it's
is
through
really-
Kyoko. Go ahead.
Go on. No, you
No, go ahead.
You go.
Yeah, and it's through Kyoko that we kind of learn about the whole mind wiping subplot.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Anyway, yeah. So I like this sort of inversion of dynamics here because she's the more proactive and the more distant and proactive one, whereas Nagi is more supportive and passive, which is usually the role the heroine has. So I like that switch around that they do.
It certainly introduces an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, and I like how it grows. I like how it's not something that grows entirely linear because they have that period of time where she's pissed at him for withholding information for good reason, but she doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like,
come on.
For the most part, though, she kind of pushes him forward.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so on my playthrough on that
encouraging him to
part,
make like encouraging Makoto to make the big decisions.
yeah.
Anyway.
That my playthrough on that moment there, I was going to choose just to flat out tell the truth, and the game was like, no, you must not.
Yeah, it doesn't let you.
I was like, fuck off, game. Come on, I wanted to tell Kyoko the truth.
Yeah.
No. What else was I saying? Yeah, because like it's really implied. It's kind of really implied that Kitty knows the answer to most of the cases from the get-go, but she makes Nagi. She pushes Nagi up to solve them himself, sort of to draw attention away from herself. Which,
But it kind of does. But it does end up helping Makoto in the end
yeah,
for him to sort of become like sort of the person everyone else rallies around near the end.
yeah, and
Which ultimately is the role of a protagonist, someone who others rally around.
yeah.
So by that, I suppose it becomes more of an active protagonist near the end of the game.
I suppose so. I mean, he says right at the beginning that his only real notable trait is being more gung ho than most people, which really just translates to, it translates to two things that set him apart. One is not jumping to conclusions, which helps, and two is generally just not giving up. And I like,
Yeah, and that
and especially, and not only does he not give up, but he doesn't take it well when other people give up either. Like I think I mentioned it once in that one Asahina free time where he tells her, "Well, why don't you focus on what you can do in here?" Because he's just that kind of guy that doesn't give up and he doesn't want to see other people give up. And sometimes,
yeah, a lot of people focus too, like even in this series, people focus too much on the stuff they can't do, the stuff that they're unable to accomplish, and he's just like, well, what are you able to do? You can do that.
Yeah, and it's a weird dynamic because he doesn't have a quote unquote real talent, so he doesn't think of himself as the same level as these ultimates. But he's still willing to boost them up, you know.
Yeah. Ultimately, we just swung back around to talk about Makoto.
I was gonna say Kyoko section has a lot of Nagi in it.
Woo!
I ship it.
This alcohol is
Who
making
doesn't?
my throat fire. Why is this?
But
Water, I need water, Harry.
Kyoko's Kyoko's one of the few characters that actually does have a full-on story arc, like her own personal arc throughout the game.
Yeah. And she's also got, if you read her side novel, she's also got quite the history behind her as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I also go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I wanted to move on, but you have something else to say.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so let's move on to the
no.
other protagonist in the game, Byakuya Togami.
Boy,
Sure. Why
this
not?
asshole. No, it's weird. I hated Togami for like half the game.
Mhm.
Like half the game was like, ugh, shut up, Togami. I know. It's like, I hate that you're right. But then at some point, I don't even know when it was. At some point, I just started liking him.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I just ended up finding his smug assholery very charming.
I think you got struck by Monocupid.
I may have. I think the thing is that as the game goes along, it kind of becomes subtle. It's very subtle that he kind of does. Is care the right word?
In his own way, yes.
He does, in his own way, care about everybody else. He just, I kind of get the feeling he tries to hide it a lot.
Yeah.
That, you know, I am the Togami family heir, and you're all beneath me thing. He's trying to keep that his own.
Well, I think at the end of the game, it's still you're all beneath me, but that's an important place to be.
I guess. I don't know. I got more of a. I want to admit that I'm kind of fond of you people.
Yeah.
So, at what point was it for you? Was it somewhere in chapter 4?
Ultimately, Togami is tsundere.
Yes. So, what
Togami
point
is heavy
was
on the tsun.
Yes. So, was it in chapter 4? Was it that you started to like him?
I
Or was-
think around that point.
Well, because I think it's that. I think it's
it
because his sort of quote unquote breakdown in the fourth trial.
Right. Yeah.
Where he relies entirely on his own logic and reasoning, and he fucks up completely because he didn't take other people's feelings into account. And then from that
There was
point,
also that.
no, I want to finish.
There was also that.
Finish this thought.
Okay.
And then from that point on, he's not necessarily nicer, but he's more cooperative because he acknowledges that other people have what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily
Feelings?
well, not feelings, but like skills, I guess, that he doesn't have. You know, that they can see things that he can't see, and that for the purposes of defeating the mastermind, that it's better to go along with that.
Yeah, Kyoko also exists in the story kind of to knock Togami down a peg in a way.
Yeah.
Basically just kind of talk to him. It's like, see, not everything is... It's like, you didn't expect all these people to react on an emotional level. It's like, you think of everything too logically, dude.
Yeah.
Emotions aren't logical by default.
Yeah, and that was the flaw with his reasoning is that in that case because he couldn't imagine. He knew that to an extent Asahina covered it up, but he didn't. He couldn't see the possibility that it was for a reason other than wanting to get away with murder, wanting to win. You know.
Yeah.
But there was another motive in mind there.
Yeah. Speaking of which, my favorite character, Asahina.
Mm-hmm.
Main reason why I kind of personally I just like her overall character type. I enjoy the sort of preppy, sporty girl types, but I really enjoyed her as a character because I kind of felt that throughout a lot of the game, she was sort of the heart of the group.
Yeah.
Sort of the person that kept everybody more or less sane. Because she's the one who's trying to look on the bright side at almost every opportunity. She has her breakdown moments and moments where it's like she can't handle certain things.
Mhm.
Like all this murder does eventually wear on her.
Yeah.
And it does reach a boiling point in chapter 4.
Yeah.
Let's talk about her in chapter 4 though, because I do say Asahina did nothing wrong.
Mhm.
And I do actually stand by that to a degree, but she did make a huge mistake there. To understand, she made her mistake. What her mistake was is that she tried to cover up Sakura's death, like the specifics of Sakura's death.
Well, she tried to cover it up in a way that implicated her
Yeah,
directly.
because she believed that due to Monokuma's fuckery,
Mm-hmm.
why else? Due to that fuckery, she believed that Sakura had committed suicide because of her surrounding, because everyone treated her as this monster character, that the entire situation of everybody turning against each other was too much for her to handle.
Yeah.
And she kind of believed that it's like, you all killed Sakura, this is all your fault.
Yeah.
But then it turns out that's not the case. Sakura was actually sort of doing all of this to get back at the mastermind in a way, and actually committed suicide as a way to rally everybody else together. Which
And that suicide has a lot more impact because there are no more murders after that point.
yeah,
Except Juko's.
Well, she killed herself.
But
And you said no, you said murders, but okay.
but
I mean, like, yeah, she was lied to, but on the same token, it's hard to sweep away wanting to kill 6 people.
I suppose, but a lot of it does have to do with the fact that Monokuma messed with her to get her to believe something that wasn't ultimately true.
I get that. I get the whole it's all your fault thing. I get all that. I'm just not personally a fan of making everybody didn't-dos because of that alone. Like they make these choices. They're pushed, but they make these choices.
I mostly exaggerate the whole didn't do nothing thing.
Yeah.
Because she did do something
They're
wrong.
all guilty.
But but at the same time, I do have to stress, it was not entirely her fault for what she did.
Right.
Like there was a reason. It's like someone else was ultimately worse to, push her to do something like that.
Yeah.
And,
No, I get that. I just have a thing where I don't like people sweeping these actions under the rug because I feel like these mistakes and these drastic measures and these desperate actions and these morally ambiguous situations, they add to the characters. And so when you try to sweep them under the rug like that, you think you're shielding them, but what you're really doing is just taking away the things that make them interesting, which is their choices.
Oh, yeah. I think ultimately that is... I think Asahina's decisions in Case 4 are ultimately part of what makes her a great character, in my opinion.
Right.
I'm not sweeping it under the rug. I'm just being a goofball.
Yeah.
Because I like her so damn much.
Yeah.
But I do like her overall role as more or less being the heart of the team.
Yeah.
Especially later in the game when shit starts going down a whole hell of a lot. And she's, for the most part, trying to say, it's like, this person couldn't possibly have done it. It should have been somebody else. Or she's trying in her own way, despite the fact that she's not, I guess, quote unquote, intelligent.
Yeah.
That's debatable in my opinion. Like, intelligence is not...
I don't know if she's dumb. I just think she latches on to conclusions way too easily.
I suppose
Like
so.
most of these idiots do.
Okay, so next character.
Let's finish off the survivors. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yasuhiro or Toko?
Yasuhiro's weed man. Let's go with Toko. There's not much to talk about with Hagakure. I'm sorry.
Oh, I would just blow him off on. I don't think that's out of context.
Like Hagakure, there's not much to say about him really.
I'll say something about Hidaka in a minute.
Saying baby mommy.
But yeah, let's. I
That.
told you, Makoto. 30% chance. Toko. Another
Yeah.
character I really started hating at first because I don't like the sort of ultra clingy, ultra disturbed Fujoshi characters. Like, I kind of feel it's like you need to chill, woman.
Yeah.
But then we got introduced to Genocide Jack, who was absolutely hilarious. Like basically every time Genocide Jack shows up, I'm like, yay! It's this character I like.
Orange. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Genocide Jack has this running gag of basically laughing at every single plot development, which culminates in a great joke in the final case, where Junko's explaining her plans and shit, and how fucked up everything is, and Genocide Jack starts laughing, and then she's like, "Ha! Wait, no, not even I can laugh at that. No."
Nope.
Like, even the serial killer has standards. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, I find it great that the serial killer is the one who didn't kill anyone.
Too easy. But
It's too easy. It really is.
yeah.
Well,
But,
well, let's be honest here. How many cute boys were there in that academy?
Let's see. There was Togami. Togami.
That one shot of Leon photobombing Togami. Yeah.
Whew.
No, like, I don't have a lot
we
of.
actually did notice that in one of the Locke doesn't know this, but we actually noticed in one of the pictures in the last trial, Leon is actually photobombing.
I think I made this.
One he's photobombing,
Yeah,
and
Leon-
the other he's literally hoverhanding.
Hoverhanding, what was it, Sayaka?
Yes, I go.
I think I may have seen a photo bomb in there, but mind you, when I was playing the final trial, like I was just blazing through that one just to get, because I was wanting to start.
Yeah, just to get to that other game you haven't played in 3 weeks.
I know.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, Leon, I miss you. We could have had fun times.
Peabody!
Okay, let's finish up Yasuhiro, and then we could go to Leon.
No,
Okay?
I want to talk. No. After Leon, let's go to Celeste, because Leon, he's Peabody.
Yeah.
Leon's around for one case.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about
there's
Sayaka,
some-
come to think of it.
Yeah, we could. Sayaka's really Sayaka's very polarizing because, well, you either interpret her actions one way or you interpret them the other way, really.
You know, from during all that slapping and such, I thought you called her psycho.
Nope.
I mean,
Psycho is also very polarizing because sometimes he's cool, sometimes he's a dipshit. You know, it works.
that's just most of our friends. Like, even
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sometimes a dipshit. Come on, let's
Yeah,
be
how do
real
you
here.
know all this, Sayaka? Like I said,
Sometimes.
I'm psycho.
No, don't you mean psychic? I know what I said.
Yes.
I know what I said.
God, I went to those Yandere Sayaka spread. It's yeah, I like Sayaka enough, but her role is very simple, and really,
Yeah.
it's one simple matter of interpretation of.
Yeah, she's ultimately an aversion to the whole kind-hearted best friend, childhood friend character.
Yeah, you thought marketing made you think she was super important, but nope.
Well, I mean, she is important. She does help get the ball rolling with the plot, but
Yeah.
aside from that, she's kind of just there for one case and gone the next. Mostly because she's dead, but you know.
Yeah. Until we drag her out again. Right on the headmaster's very nice bed.
Oh God damn it!
Oh, seriously, would you stop with the necrophilia?
I'll stop when he stops.
Let's
So
talk.
just imagine he's dragging her to the gate, and they're like, "No, we're not taking that with us."
Now we've talked a lot about a lot of the characters and how they fulfill certain roles. Let's talk about a character who fails at their certain role.
Right.
Celeste.
Right.
Let's talk about Celeste.
I was going to say Mukuro. She failed at her role so hard she was off early.
no, she worked in her role, but let's talk about Celeste. Holy shit!
We never really got to this friend on the show itself.
Yeah, me and Zeke mostly talked about this between episodes, like after
Yeah.
we finished recording case. What was it? Case 3.
Yeah, he's 3.
In case she's executed.
But Zeke and I are pretty much in agreement on this. Celeste is pretty much a failure in what sort of character she's supposed to be, mostly because both Kyoko and Togami exist.
Yeah.
She tries to be the sort of... Togami is the one who mentions... who brings up important plot... who brings up important plot elements and kind of keeps everybody on track. And whenever Celeste kind of does it, it's like, why are you here? Togami's doing this for you.
I'm trying to trick you with my manipulative lies and poker face.
Also, she has a completely unrecognizable accent.
Yeah.
And her end character is so incredibly shallow that when she dies, it's basically just, why were you here?
Yeah, I mean, even I wasn't so impressed myself. Even
It's,
she,
I mean, it's like, okay, you did all of this for money, so you could have a Victorian castle with vampire butlers.
But no,
Really?
that was her dream. And staying here meant giving up on that dream.
It's a fucking shit dream.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, is that I feel like the intent was to throw at least one more or less unsympathetic murderer in there, which they do better later. But like,
They made her unsympathetic, yes, but they also made her uninteresting. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
you know,
There's literally nothing to her.
she's uninteresting, and she's really bad at what her role is supposed to be, because if you're paying attention, it's so obvious she's just leading you around the entire investigation.
Yeah. Case 3 is only quote-unquote complicated because she's literally running everybody around in circles.
yeah, pretty much lying to everyone and just really wasting everyone's time, and we just might as well just have her drown in the goddamn pool.
Like that case was so stupidly complicated that I just gave up, and it's like, all right, I'll just wait until they tell me who the murderer is. I really don't care. It also helps that that entire case existed to shoo out the clowns,
Yeah.
because the two people who were murdered were the last characters that didn't really matter to the overall story, Taka and Hifumi.
Yeah.
With Taka more or less being the follow the school regulations, just very strict business type, just, you know.
I mean, if you do his free time events, there's a lot more to him.
guy.
There's a lot more to him with his loneliness and his social anxieties and shit like that. There's a lot to Taka. It doesn't really matter to the plot, though. It doesn't really come up all that often.
I suppose so.
Except the one thing with Mondo, but like even that's the way it's done is kind of. I feel like they should have bonded earlier, and it probably would have had a bit more impact.
The whole thing with Mondo mostly exists to give Mondo more sympathy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let's talk about Mondo. What are the more sympathetic characters in this game?
Yeah.
Like, Locke, are you okay?
He got turned into butter! What he did him!
Delicious, nutritious Mondo butter. It cures cancer. But yeah, wow. Mondo kind of goes hand in hand with Chihiro's case because he's the one who ended up killing Chihiro.
Yeah.
Mondo is a character who basically works entirely off of basically his own sense of honor.
Right.
And
not even that so much as an inherited sense of honor.
My God,
Yeah,
the,
from his brother. Yeah.
the motive for that case was just sad, man.
It really was like Mondo ended up having a motive that went all the way back to his relationship with his brother. Like I feel Mondo was the character you really got to know the most deeply throughout the game, mostly because his backstory worked itself into his motivation so well.
Yeah.
I
think there's characters that are better developed than him because they stick around longer and such like that. But I think in terms of, yes, their history actually being weaved into the narrative, I think his was done very well.
A strong impact.
Especially for how relatively little he stays in the game, he has a big impact in that time, which is
it's like getting hit in the head with a dumbbell.
Yeah. And the episodes where we went through Mondo's case have been posted, right?
Yeah.
If you'll know me, you'll see when we went through Mondo's whole Mondo's explanation for his motive and whatever. I was just like, oh my God, no, because it was just very, very. Again, he's one of the most sympathetic characters in the game, in my opinion. Yeah. And just from a standalone perspective, he is one of the best characters in the first game, despite the fact that he gets taken out relatively early.
Yeah, and I really like how he and Chihiro's histories and motivations play against each other in a sort of don't judge by appearances sort of way, and sort of like because Chihiro was the one who had the strength to overcome that weakness. He didn't have the chance to, but he had the strength to try. Whereas Mondo was stuck in this.
Mondo's insecurities ended up overtaking him during that moment, and he thought, Chihiro was, disrespecting him and making fun of him. It's like, how dare you? But it turns out Chihiro was just looking for someone to. Chihiro was just looking for someone to sort of be a surrogate to him.
Yeah.
And like someone he could trust as being, that person I can look to for being my inspiration.
Yeah, and it kind of ties into the thing I was talking
You're making me cry again.
It's so good, though.
It ties into that thing
It's so well done.
I was talking about earlier about gender roles and stuff a little bit, and I don't mean to go in that direction, but I am.
Yeah.
We're not going on that tangent again.
No, it's a different thing and it ties into the idea of strength, and that you really can't judge by appearances because there's all different kinds of strength, and everybody can be strong in different ways. And I really think that's what this result showed, is that the big, tough, muscly biker guy, he was physically strong, but he was not emotionally or mentally strong enough to deal with his own issues in a healthy way. But despite all the bullying and whatnot Chihiro went through, he still wanted to improve himself, and that he might not have been physically strong, but that was his own kind of strength. And I feel like the whole real point of that whole story there is kind of like strength comes in many forms. It can come from anyone, and you really shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because that's unhealthy.
And probably one of the biggest moments that really got to me with Mondo's story is that even after killing Chihiro, he went through hoops to actually keep Chihiro's secret safe. Damn, man, that's bravo. Bravo.
It also had the convenient effect of hiding his involvement, but yeah, that was probably his primary reason.
That was honestly, thinking through all the cases, everyone's I understand a lot of people like case 5, but personally I'm a fan of case 2, simply due to Mondo.
For me, overall, my favorite chapter is either 2 or 5.
Yeah, my favorite's definitely chapter 2.
Yeah.
Mostly because they do so much with Mondo with how little he's there.
Yeah, that's a big thing, because it's really common.
They did more with Mondo in 2 chapters than they did with Celeste in 3.
Yeah, I really, because it's a common thing in this series that if you die within like the first 2 chapters, you tend not to get talked about a whole lot because you usually didn't get developed enough for people to care that much. There's exceptions to this, but generally that's how it works, and he overcomes that pretty well. He's not talked about a whole lot because, again, you have a 10-minute conversation like this, and you've basically gone through it all. But it is very solid for what it is.
And then the execution happened.
Oh my gosh. The executions in this game are great.
Yeah.
But you know, honestly, come to think of it, that was probably the moment I was fully on board with Danganronpa, because I got so into Mondo's story and his background, and then we got the direct juxtaposition with fucking Mondo butter. So it was in that moment I realized what kind of insanity I was in for.
Well, because it's like it just balances the horror and not necessarily the comedy, but the inherent humor of the horror, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of horrific that he got punished to the point where it is kind of horrific that he got punished to the point where he just turned into what is essentially butter. But at the same time, he turned into butter.
Yeah, because like what is scary is also in its own way kind of hilarious. Like in the right mood and the right context, you see like, I don't know, a Silent Hill enemy or something, and it's all creepy and it terrifies you. But then you see that same goofy walk cycle in some other location, and all of a sudden it's hilarious. You know?
Yeah. Like, normally whenever I make that reaction of what the fuck am I watching? Like, what kind of fucking game is this? Normally that's the point where I've gotten on board with whatever insanity you're doing.
Let me put it this way. If there was ever a best of compilation of your guys' playthrough of the Danganronpa games, that Kevin's reaction to Mondo Butter would be on there, no question.
Like, I just bust up laughing because it's like, what the fuck? It's just such a drastic juxtaposition. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's the next character?
Honestly, all the other characters are kind of, aside from Sakura, who mostly exists as a joke for most of the game, but then becomes a sacrificial lamb later, there's really not much to talk about in regards to characters.
Yeah. Nobody cares about Kiyotaka or Hifumi.
There's a lot of potential with Ishimaru to go somewhere, but then they didn't. So.
And Chihiro, well, it pretty much has. We've been talking about him every now and then, so.
Yeah.
We couldn't have said everything there is about Chihiro with Mondo. Thanks.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess all we got left is Mukuro and Junko. Oh, speaking of, you cannot spell Junko without junk.
Does that mean she's trash? No. Junko's pretty fantastic in her own right.
Yeah.
Mostly because you think she's just the character who exists at the beginning of the game to showcase what the mastermind is capable of, and like to sort of like keep the rules in check for the rest of the characters. But then it turns out it's part of a giant conspiracy to keep the mastermind hidden, and Junko's the real mastermind behind everything.
Yeah.
And then when she comes back at the end, you end up seeing her real character, which is kind of 6 different characters rolled into one.
Yeah.
Which Zeke pointed out during our playthrough, and you'll see this in a couple of months. He pointed out in our playthrough that she kind of does that because life is so damn boring to her. She has to actually make things more interesting herself.
Yeah. That's why when she first shows up, she's like, I was so sick of playing Monokuma all the time.
It's like, oh, hello. Like literally JoJo posing. It's like, hi, I'm the mastermind. That's right. And then she goes full yandere. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, what up?
I don't think that's yandere.
Full on butch dude, whatever fucking hell. But it's just, yeah, I'm the mastermind. What of it?
Yeah. Well, because like as I was explaining to Kevin the plot points of DR0, her real talent is the ultimate analyst. And so she is able to analyze and predict everything with like insane amounts of accuracy. And this has made the world all just a bunch of boring numbers to her and whatnot. So she seeks to spare because it's the one thing she can gain any kind of pleasure out of because it's exciting and unpredictable, at least according to her.
Yeah, which
Like, it's kind of like she can't comprehend that other people don't feel that way. So when she inflicts despair on people, when she talks about bringing despair to the entire world, like it's like the best thing ever because this is amazing. Why doesn't everyone love this?
Yeah, and it does give an interesting dimension to her character, knowing her backstory from Danganronpa Zero.
So, is there a reason why
because-
that despair spreading has to be killing, though, or
Yeah,
just
hold on. Like, it does give an interesting dimension to her character, knowing her backstory from Danganronpa Zero, because you get to see, due to the fact that she's the ultimate analyst, you're able to look back on everything she does in Danganronpa Zero and say, oh, she was able to take into account basically every single action the main characters took.
Yeah.
Like all the way down to the final act. Like, the fact that she was able to put into consideration pretty much everything is kind of impressive in its own right.
Yeah.
It kind of makes her a more interesting character, not necessarily more deep, but
Yeah.
definitely more fascinating.
Well, it's also just because, like, when you really think about it, they win because she lets them win. Because she set these rules up, and she set these rules up to prove a point, and then they proved that point wasn't true, and she's like, well, guess I'm killing myself.
Guess I'll die.
give me despair?
Oh my god, can someone... You know what? After this, I'm going to find a transparent Junko head and paste it over that Guess I'll Die meme. I'm posting it in the DR1 spoilers chat.
Take it from whatever sad faces. But, yeah.
No,
I
I'll
love
do one of her crazy faces, like, Guess I'll
Yeah.
die!
like that last one before she presses the button.
Oh yeah, and then she looks up, it's like, hold up a fucking second.
I love that moment because it's like such a wait a minute, because it's like she's all elated about the despair of dying, and then as soon as it's right about to happen, she's like, wait a minute, if I die, that means no more despair ever. And she's like, wait a minute.
She just looks up, bam.
and like, I love the idea that the ultimate analyst was so clouded by her own fetish that she didn't realize the obviousness of that until right before it happened. She's like, wait a minute.
Well, maybe she should consider having some offspring, raise them to be the ultimate despair, and then kill herself after that, and then let her children take over.
I don't know. But although the ending of... Again, I have no knowledge of Danganronpa aside from the first game.
Good
point. I may have spoiled something in the future games while knowing.
So, as the stinger at the end of the first game shows, there is another.
Actually, that stinger is entirely bullshit.
Okay then. Well, good to know.
No, that I mean, Monokuma comes back, but that specific one is dead.
Okay.
That stinger was literally just like them doing a horror movie joke.
Zing, because isn't it that
it's literally the hand coming out of the ground like, oh yeah.
Basically, if you remember correctly, the ultimate despair is a group of people, not just one person.
Yeah.
Junko was the cause of the tragedy, but she spread that despair among a lot of people.
Like, did those people end up becoming like her followers or something? Like, is there some sort of Junko cult, a Jun cult, if you will?
Yeah, basically.
Interesting. All right then.
Yeah, but
everybody follow the fashionista.
Yeah, and I especially like each one of these games takes place in sort of a cat box of sorts where nobody knows the real truth of the outside until the end of the game where they go out, if they go out at all. But and like at the time, there really was nothing but Junko's word to go on that the world was in the state that it was, that she says it was, and I think that just really added to the ambiguity of that ending.
I think I read somewhere that doesn't completing school mode give you an alternate ending?
No.
I mean,
school mode has its own ending, but it's not like an alternate to the plot.
I think there's a special bonus item you could get that gives you an alternate ending, though.
Yeah, I think it's on like the PS Vita PC versions or something. I don't know.
No, that is incorrect.
Yeah, whatever.
escape button? I was mentioning the escape button.
No. That the escape button is from the short story bundled with 2 Danganronpa If, which is a what if story.
Okay.
That's a story where at the beginning of the killing game, Nagi somehow gets the escape button in the mono machine, and then the wacky antics that ensue.
Can we talk about how rigged that mono machine is, by the way?
No, because it's perfectly fair all the time.
Well, how is it perfectly fair that it keeps giving me gifts that Tokami loves?
You deserve 15 tumbleweeds.
No, I got 15 scarab brooches, thank you very much.
It's brooch.
Broach. It's pronounced broach.
Broach.
But
Yo,
why
bro. What
why
up?
does it not be our... Fuck it.
Because it's not English. I think it's like, what is it, French?
Well, okay, now there's a problem there. I can't French at all.
I can't French.
Just pretend there's an A in there.
I can't French, she says. And I'm like, oh, well.
No, that kind of French I could do. I meant French the language.
Oh, really? Huh?
Zeke mentioned this to me when we were playing the game, that Danganronpa 1 was sort of developed as more or less a self-contained story, and the ending was like...
I mean, not necessarily. It was more like they just didn't know if they were going to do anymore. So
which is why they had that ambiguous ending.
Yeah. Kadaka claims he writes everything as if it's the last thing he'll ever do. I don't fucking believe him. but that's what he says.
That's Mr. Kadaka's wild ride for you. But I do want to talk about that ambiguous ending. I do want to preface, I generally don't like ambiguous endings in my fiction because generally it just kind of leaves me with sort of a feeling of emptiness and uncertainty.
Yeah.
But in the case of Danganronpa, it still does, but it works for what the first game was going for. Because I feel it kind of ties into the themes of hope and despair throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Because Zeke pointed this out, the ending is sort of a metaphor for graduation.
Yeah.
For graduating high school and going into the adult world. Ultimately, you don't know what... Ultimately, when you go into the adult world, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Like,
yeah, there could be an apocalypse
school,
out there.
Yeah, school is entirely structured around you do this at this part of the day, and then you go home and go to sleep.
When you really think about it, like the entire game is very structured. There are regulations. There are daily life, deadly life. Everything's divided into days. All these days are divided into free time slots and yada yada. Like the entire game is very structured, and once they walk out, all that structure disappears.
Yeah, there's nothing to, there's really no boundaries for them anymore. And there's that implication of what could be out there. It could be their hope, it could be their despair. We don't know. They don't know. And the leaving it up to interpretation at the end of the first game is kind of powerful because it leaves everything up to the viewer. And a lot of people, and there's a defense a lot of people use. It's like, oh, the ending is supposed to leave it up to the viewer. But in a lot of cases, whenever people say that, it's just lazy writing, and the writer clearly just ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
But for Danganronpa, it's clearly deliberate.
Yeah.
It's very clearly deliberate for Danganronpa, which is why it actually works here.
Yeah, and it works so well that a lot of people at the time, people don't really say this now, but at the time, people didn't want a sequel because they felt like it would cheapen the ambiguity of that ending. And I'm glad they did do sequels because the sequels are way better. But
taking it on its own though, it is a great ending. It really is.
Yeah.
In my opinion, one of the few times where an ambiguous ending is the best possible ending.
Yeah.
Speaking of endings, let's talk about that fucking bad ending. Oh my god. Fuck. There we go.
I told you, Makata, my man, 30%. Always, at least.
At the very least.
At least.
But yeah, that ending, whew. That one.
Well, let's just...
The bad ending pretty much happens in case 5, Kyoko is deliberately lying to sort of cover her tracks to a degree, and the player has the option of either calling out Kyoko, basically calling out Kyoko, or keeping everything to themselves. In the bad ending, you call out Kyoko. She becomes the Blackened and is executed. And then there are no more murders. Everyone lives their daily life more or less normally. And it turns out everyone bangs Asahina. And according to who said it, Kodaka, Toko just kind of exploded at some point.
Yep.
I find it funny because I saw that ending, and the only thing I could notice was, why is Toko dead? And he just said it's like, oh, apparently she exploded. I'm like, how? we saw her explode precisely once. Bye.
Just, spontaneous combustion.
She just flies off when Mukuro's body explodes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think it's somewhere in the chem lab that may have caused it.
maybe, I don't know, but I just kind of find it hilarious that it's like, oh, she just blew up.
Yeah, it's just like, why did she? I was like, I don't know. She blew up or something. I don't know. Ask me a relevant question.
Best hand wave ever. Yeah, she blew up. Yeah, we kind of mentioned this before, but like we went through it in the spoiler chat. But the more you think about that ending, the more depressing it kind of becomes. It's hilarious in a shock value kind of way.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone just ends up banging Asahina because that's the only thing they can do. But then you realize they kind of did that most likely because it's the only thing they can do.
Yeah.
It's not like they have any actual classes or anything. They're stuck there for the rest of their lives. They have to do something to keep themselves from just, existing day to day. So they might as well start a family. Unfortunately, they end up damning their entire family because the gene pool is so damn small that there's
going to be inbreeding within their children.
Well, it's not even just inbreeding. It's just that those children have even less of a future than they do.
Because they're already trapped in the school. They can't go beyond the school
what
walls.
What are they going to do? Bang each other, have more kids. Those kids will bang each other, then they'll have more kids. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just
already
a cycle, and guess what? Despair.
Yeah, despair will.
Because when you go to the bad ending, that is the embodiment of despair, because there's no future in that place. You just exist to be sad about the fact that you have no future in this place.
In fact, everything about it is so despair and depressing, but there is one hope in all of this.
Shut up.
Yes.
Togami became a DILF.
I do find it hilarious that all the kids ended up genetically
Like their fathers?
Getting attributes passed down to them from their fathers. Like, Makoto's kid has this ahoge. Hagakure's kid has this crazy weed man hair. And, Hagakure's kid is the newborn, and he has that crazy-ass hair. I find that hilarious. Yeah. And Togami's kid has the glasses.
Maybe they just took Toko glasses and hoped he had the same prescription.
or Monokuma, or Junko was nice and made them glasses.
I think it says that Monokuma just disappeared after Kitty died, though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But then again, how are they going to have a proper food supply for all those children and all for the?
You're not supposed to think about it that hard, okay?
Again, come on.
How were they clothed?
Also, yeah, that's true. Where they get all those clothes from? But that's the other thing. I don't think they say this in the final trial, but the reason the cafeteria was closed at night was so Junko could sneak in as herself and replenish the food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if that continues even after, Monokuma disappears in the bad ending.
Who knows? Anyway. That is how it is, as it is, how it is.
But yeah, not a whole lot else to talk about, really.
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
there?
Or is there?
Oh yeah. Me and Locke have been checking out the Danganronpa 1 anime. She's seen 5 episodes. I've seen 4.
Right.
And you're kind of right, man. Like the anime is not a good way to experience the story. It is a very rushed adaptation.
Yeah.
And mind you, we watched it subbed. It'd be even worse if we watched it dubbed.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's talk about that in about 5 minutes or so. Let's continue on with the anime itself, and then we can get to the dub.
Yeah. The anime suffers very heavily from simply being way too short. It is about half the length it should be.
Yeah.
Because just in the first episode alone, we blow through like 4 days of plot. It's like the first day is more or less fine. Like they adapt the first day more or less fine, but then they just blow through days 2 and 3, and then
And the character introductions.
Oh, whatever. But like you don't necessarily need to know that much about the characters right off the bat. You'll learn more about them later. It's just that they cut out so much of the extra character interaction that it just becomes a Cliff's Notes version of the plot.
Mhm.
And you're missing out on important character motivations. You're missing out on the chance to really deduce what's happening.
And proper flow, because since you haven't seen episode 5 yet, which was the chapter 2 trial, you remember the part where breaking the e-handbook part? Monokuma told them that secret. In the anime version, Kyoko just blurts it out.
The fuck?
I'm serious. Kyoko just says it.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
That's how Russian abridged it is.
Like they actually had to come up with reasons for other characters to say what Monokuma said in the original. God.
Yeah.
Or just because that's truncated. Because at that point, if I remember, at that point in the trial, they were talking about, they were talking about Awada's motivations, or pretty much Mono's motivations for killing Chihiro and all that. Throwing Chihiro's notebook.
Yeah.
I'm busy right now. Okay. I'm busy right now.
Who dat?
Okay, go chew. Sorry, I was talking with mother.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
but
told
basically,
your mother to shoo? That'd be worth a fucking slap in the face at my house. Wow. I get popped in the mouth.
I know why we tend to usually do these episodes at night.
I am doing night.
Okay, so basically, the handbook breaking thing was mentioned at the end, after the trial, when they were talking about Awada's motivations and all that. Instead of in the middle of the trial, in the games. So that's why Kyoko just forced it out instead of Monokuma.
Oh my god. But yeah, personally, that anime should have been 2 core, because that way you would have had plenty of time to take all the time you needed to, introduce elements of the free time events, get extra motivation and development for the characters. And the viewer would have had the chance to figure things out as they went along.
Oh yeah, investigations are like 5 minutes at most.
Instead of just having a gigantic fucking plot dump.
Yeah.
Where everything's basically just handed to you, and you're just like, well, can't wait to see how this all connects together in the class trial where I don't have to do anything, they do it for me.
Yeah, and wasn't the final trial in the game just a giant expositional plot dump?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Ace Attorney anime, where I only watched a few episodes from what I saw.
Ace Attorney anime a full year?
Yes, it was actually, and I think it covered like the first 2 games, but basically what happened, I only saw the first few episodes. For the record, Ace Attorney anime, not very good. And basically what the investigations in the Ace Attorney anime are is that Phoenix literally trips directly into the evidence. Like he just accidentally discovers all of the evidence.
Yeah.
He like in episode 3 or 4 or something, he's supposed to go to someone's apartment and investigate. He literally just trips and finds everything he needs to find. That is it.
In one swoop? I mean, for
Just-
Christ's sake,
Just in one straight go, it's like trips. Oh, hey, I found that. Let me just try to get up. Oops, tripped again. Found that.
Are you? I need to see this for myself,
It's
man, because
so dumb. It is so dumb.
I mean, at least the Danganronpa anime, even though the investigation portion was cut down to 5 minutes, at least you saw everyone investigating properly.
Yeah. Like, I want to assume that the Ace Attorney anime improves at some point, but I have little doubt about that. I mean, I have a lot of doubt about that. That's what I meant.
And of
I
course,
have little hope.
you have a full despair.
I have full despair.
Yeah, and of course, full despair for any chances of a Danganronpa 2 anime. Yeah, that's zilch.
Danganronpa 2 doesn't need an anime. Ugh. Just
Tell
play the
that to
fucking
the-
game.
Tell that to the people who just watches the first
Play the
anime
fucking-
and go straight to 3.
Play the fucking game or have someone else play the game for you. Shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, why don't you have us
What
play
Zeke's
the game?
doing for me, God.
Why don't you have us play the game for you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Quit plugging. I don't know. So I love Danganronpa's 2 cast so much, though, that it would be nice just to see a couple OVAs, just them being just some free time.
Well, we can't really talk much about it because spoiler central there.
Yep.
But I will say I am totally up for Danganronpa 2 ASAP. So
ASAP.
I have actually. No, we can start tomorrow.
All right.
No, he just needed a break for today just so he could do the podcast.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, I'm totally on for Mr. Kodaka's Wild Ride. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be fun.
Yep.
Now here-
What?
Who's gonna be your new waifu?
Ooh.
I don't know. Are there better characters than Asahina?
Um,
I don't think so. I'm sorry. Are there any other characters who are happy, sporty, Genki girls who like donuts? I don't think so.
There's a happy Genki girl.
But does she like donuts?
Unknown.
Then she's
Anyway.
not as good as Asahina. I'm sorry.
Fine. What?
Well, let's see. Well, there are.
Shut. Lock. Shut up.
Okay.
You know better.
Yeah. So anime sucks. Could have told you that in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, the dub. Let's talk about the dub part of it.
Of the game.
I haven't seen it, but no, of the anime.
Oh,
All you need to say is Kamehame, forget about it.
You're over 9,000.
Okay, in the anime exclusive scene, basically, Kiyotaka Ishimura
yeah,
has
I know.
the
what it
forget
is.
beam.
Yeah,
but-
I know what it is.
I'm trying to
It's
tell for the
supposed-
audience here.
The scene is supposed to be forget beam, and Mondo says, "Nice one, bro." Very simple. And the dub turned it into a Dragon Ball meme.
And mind you,
an
this-
old, dead Dragon Ball meme.
And you had the character who has watched 0 anime say it.
Yep.
Why?
I need to study more games, more anime. You don't need to study that. Okay. You do you, Taka. That's fine. Yeah.
And then, of course, I told Kevin that there was a scene where Monokuma went YOLO.
I'm going to have to see
No.
that. in a few minutes.
No. There was a scene where Chris Ayer's squirrel voice went no.
Look, Chris Ayers is a good actor. No, wait, Greg Ayers. It's Greg Ayers. Chris Ayers plays Frieza in Dragon Ball Kai. Yeah. Greg Ayers, good actor. Horribly miscast as Monokuma. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Just personal opinion, miscast.
Yeah. The Funimation dubs suck. They don't take this material seriously at all, and it really hurts it in 3 where you're supposed to take it really seriously.
Yeah, which is why when I watch it, I'm only gonna be watching the sub version because it's like I would love to hear
I'm
more.
gonna be watching the version with
Pappenbrook's-
some effort put in.
I would love to hear more Bryce Pappenbrook's lovely voice as Makoto Naegi, but at the same time, I actually want to take this seriously. So
How about here's what you do. First of all, you watch it by yourself, watch a sub, take it seriously, and then then we'll all watch it together, dubbed, and just have a little time.
I'm not fucking doing this. No.
No, you don't need to. It's just going to be between me and Kevin here.
Why don't you watch this shitty fucking garbage on your own time and leave me out of it?
okay.
Don't worry, we're leaving you out of it. Just between me and Kevin, like we have
Stop
been.
dragging my friends into your cesspool of nonsense. You monster!
But I am your friend.
You monster!
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a good thing Zeke is alone at his house right now because he gets to yell. But then there's me who just has his own place, so I can yell whenever I want.
Exactly. It's like the Avenue Q song said. You can be as loud as the hell you want when you're making love.
But
That's the song.
yes, indeed.
That's the song.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, but
I'm not disagreeing with that.
anyway, anything else? Anything else to mention? Anything else?
School mode, we haven't gone through that. None of us have.
I have. The fuck?
I haven't.
I haven't.
You just said none of us. That includes me.
Whoops.
I'm part of the us.
Okay. I got you down, though. It's all that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah. Keep on the lookout for the rest of our playthrough when Cube feels like working.
Never at this rate. Apparently, I have to do the title card work in this place.
we mentioned this before, but Cube is working on one,
Cube
taking a
is
break, and
allegedly
two.
working on.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. But we love you, man. Don't listen to him. We allegedly love you.
Reports indicate.
Unless he's supposed to hire me as editor.
Allegedly.
No. But
Hey, I helped make the title card for Danganronpa 2.
Let me talk. Anyway, Cube is working on the packaging for the Ora Emo discourse episode of Otaka Midnight, which is going to be fun, not a bun.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, we're just going to be stockpiling episodes of Danganronpa and Danganronpa 2.
Yep. I have 2 DR2 episodes recorded. I think this next one will finish the prologue, so we'll record tomorrow.
All right, neat.
Yep.
So, guess that's about it.
Yeah. I don't even know how long this was.
Probably about like an hour and a half or something.
Something like that. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We'll do more podcast episodes when we have ideas to do podcast episodes.
And then when he's not drunk.
You can find me, as usual, on both Tumblr and Twitter at CCharmanderK. I'm mostly on Twitter. Tumblr is mostly just me reblogging dumb shit.
Uh-huh.
So if you want to see my dumb shit that I reblog, go to Tumblr. If you want to actually talk to me, go to Twitter.
Yeah, and I'm on Twitter at LockeMuhe, LOCKEMUHE.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I barely tweet anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I want to, but every time I'm just like, I could just post in the Discord and get immediate feedback.
That's better. I like it. It's more open. It's more comfy. It's comfy there.
Yeah. Speaking of our amazing Discord, you can join that. There's no link down below at the moment, but I'll put one there. Join our Discord. Say hi. We like people sometimes if they don't suck and aren't from Tumblr or retards.
And they are pretty scared off by us.
Tumblr or Reddit or 4chan or 9gag.
We will decide who and who does not suck.
Or Instagram. When did Instagram become an actual platform?
I have no idea.
I just remember when it was an app for putting dumb filters on things. Now it's an app for putting dumb filters on things and also social media.
Jen has Instagram. I don't know why. She could just use Twitter.
Fuck her. What the fuck is she doing? The fucking normie. Fucking normie over there on fucking Instagram.
So she's just one of those talentless normies, and then we're the ultimates?
Oh my god, I put an Instagram filter. I get to be a photographer.
I think she posts stuff on Instagram because it quickly cross-posts to Twitter, but in that case, you can just post on Twitter.
I need coffee so I can stay from my night job, so I can afford to buy coffee so I can stay from my night job.
It's an endless cycle. All right. Well,
thank you for joining us. You can find me, Zeke Freak. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see here. More novelty hours on the way. More podcasts when we get struck with the ideas to do them. And we will see you guys next time. Zeke Freak out. Ciao, ciao for now.